country in the world, and it is worth fighting for. It is worth bleeding for, and if it takes it, it's worth dying for the greatest country that this world has ever seen.
All right, what's up, America? Yes, I am back in studio. I made it through the hurricane out of Texas. And for those of you asking, I don't want to talk about it. So let's just shut up and move on with our lives. All right, you guys know the drill here. We got a lot of things to talk about, but first, business out of the way. We need you to hit that like button right now. The more you hit the like button, the more people see this video. This isn't rocket science. We've done this a lot of times now at this point. How many episodes have we done? What episode is this?
686.
686 times. I feel like we shouldn't have to do this, but every time we don't. We need you to hit that like button right now. Hit that follow button. Comment in the live chat right now. Which one do I want to ask? Do you think that Kristi Noem is the VP pick? We're going to talk about the fact that her governor accounts, her actual political accounts, not her personal, all of her political accounts are ninja vanished. Campaign's not saying anything. We'll get into that, which is a big indicator for me. Is Kristi Noem the new VP? Comment yes or no in the chat. Let's get this thing blowing up right freaking now. Let's do this. Also, Biden has declared war. I just threw my pen. Did you guys see that? Boom! It's declared war. I really needed that pen. Anyway, it's declared war on the Democrat Party in real time. Dementia and Alzheimer's has its pros and cons, and you're seeing it in real life. Let's go ahead and get our sponsors out of the way because there's a couple things that need to get off my chest. So let's go ahead and talk about my friends at Birch Gold. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been announced. Oh, I actually read an article today that now banks are upping credit cards to 35% interest rates. Woo! 35%. Okay, so the economy's not getting better, it's getting worse. We know for a fact that BRICS is going to issue in their own currency. In fact, the list of priorities that Donald Trump listed yesterday for the 2024 GOP agenda, guess what one of them was? To reestablish the U.S. dollar as universal currency. Ladies and gentlemen, it is getting bad for the U.S. dollar, and that means it's bad for your money. So you need to text the word Graham, that's Graham, to 989898 right now. I don't want to hear it. Just if you want to protect your money, go do it. I love you guys. I'm trying to help you guys out. Gold's at an all-time high. If you would have listened to me, you'd be in a better spot. But text the word Graham to 989898 right now. They're going to send you a free 25-page information kit on how gold, silver, and precious metals can help protect your money against Joe Biden's economy and the threat on the U.S. dollar, really from the world. Text the word Graham to 989898 right now. Also, we got to give a shout out to our friends over at Patriot Mobile. Thank you for sponsoring this show. Ladies and gentlemen, stop spending money on companies that hate you. PatriotMobile.com/Graham. Join me, Dana Lash, Glenn Beck, Dan Bongino, Sebastian Gorka, Steve Bannon, Charlie Kirk, and the list goes on and on and on. Give to an organization that is pro-life. They also have this new dual tower technology called Patriot Mobile One. If you go somewhere and the towers in AT&T suck, you can switch to Verizon and vice versa. Promo code Graham gets you free activation. You can get a new phone, get a new number, keep your old phone, keep your old number, but some of you need to get rid of some people in your life. So I recommend getting a new number once every couple of years, but that's just me. Make sure to go to PatriotMobile.com/Graham right now. That's PatriotMobile.com/Graham, promo code Graham. All right, let's get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's introduce everybody that is in the show today. Cartel Mexican Tony here.
What up, everybody? Good morning. Hey, do you need a pen? I have like 3 of them over here.
Well, it's because you keep stealing mine, but
Would you like
okay.
me to throw you one?
Sure.
Please, go back. Go.
Oh, I caught it. You missed it. You missed it. I caught it.
Ready. I'm sorry.
All right. Either way, producer Royce is in the house. Hang your head in shame. All right. Let's see. And of course, everybody's favorite redneck, see, Todd is here.
What's up, guys?
And of course, I'm your host, Gremlin, with the pen that I caught, by the way. And I just want to point out that this is the Deerica pen. I don't know if you can see that. Tony's stealing stealing
You think
company
that's bad, you
property
oughta
on a
check
daily
his
basis.
Closet.
All right, real quick, I want to talk about a couple things.
I have a couple of Grams gold bars in my
Yeah.
drawer over
Yeah,
here.
there you
too.
go.
Literally
There you
the other day, Tony's youngest daughter comes up to me and is like, Uncle Graham, I think I got one of your pens. And I was like, well, okay. And she's like, yeah, it's a really nice one. And I was like, oh, okay, well, whatever. And she goes, yeah, it's got your name engraved on it. And so she shows me like this super nice wood, like burned in name engraved thing. And my first thought was, you think you have one of my pens? Anyway, not the point. Love you, Allie. All right. I want to read an email. Every once in a while, I get an email that just, you know what? It hits me. And I'm like, we got to read it, right? Now, for this person's protection, I'm not going to say their name, but I am going to read the email.
So excited to hear this.
Me
And it's
too,
from
man.
it is literally
He's kept this from all of us.
It is really from what I would imagine Dana Carvey's church lady. And for those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, Royce, can you Google Dana Carvey church lady for me
so great.
and
I
pull
don't
the
think I know what
screen
you're
up?
talking about.
Pull the screen up right here, and this person's going to be super angry because they're going to know. You're not going to know who it is.
I'm watching the chat just
There-
to be sure.
They're going to know. All right. And so I want a picture of Dana Carvey's the church lady to pull up, and I'm going to read this email that I got. Let's see how fast. Producer. There he goes.
is.
All right.
Yes,
this
there
is
it
what I imagine this person.
That is a blast from the past.
Lord,
right there.
forgive me. All right. So it was simply titled July 1st Podcast. That was the name of the subject line.
Oh wow.
So it caught my attention. All right. So here we go. I'm going to try to read it. Okay. Christian lady. All right, here we go.
Special.
Yeah, so imagine the voice. All right, it goes. Hello. I found
Can you
your
do it in the voice?
Don't even try.
Just
Don't
try.
even-
Just try it.
Don't make me laugh. Hold on. Hello. I found your podcast last week. I just love listening to the four of you. I listen on Spotify, so I listen a day late. I was listening at work yesterday. I am a secretary in my church office.
Oh no.
All right. I was very disappointed in the fact that Steve Bannon's cuss word was not edited out.
Oh God.
In quotations, especially with me listening to a delayed broadcast. I was just so let down by you guys that happened. I had a young intern in my office and was telling them beforehand how you always close in prayer. Hopefully, you can assure me that I will be safe to listen in the office for future podcasts.
Lord.
Church lady. My response to people that write things like that is we air this show live. We cannot help when certain people say certain things live on air. And Steve Bannon was going to jail when he said that. Even though we're all Christian, and even though you work in a church, I would like to know what you would say if you were going to jail simply for loving your country. But I cannot assure you that it won't happen. We are a Christian show, but we report on real things. Real things. People say things that we wouldn't say. We didn't say it, and we will continue not to cuss on this show because we don't believe in it. But it's live. And for just to be nice, just because you're listening to it a day late doesn't mean it wasn't recorded live, and then therefore it's still going to be on there. Nothing we can do. Actually, if you have a problem, you can email Royce at dearamericamedia.com. ROYCE.
Right there.
Because he
Right
is
there.
in charge of the show.
Right there.
And we got things to do.
Can I say something real quick?
Sure.
before we move on? I'd like to address this directly because I think all four of us have been so diligently trying not to say cuss words or mean things or whatnot because we can't say stuff now because we're on the social platforms. So I think a little props is in order for all of us. We've been so good at not
if you guys knew how much I wanted to cuss y'all out on a daily basis and don't
telling
do it,
you, man.
Also,
I'm
real
telling
quick,
you.
and this has nothing to do with
Especially
anything,
Todd.
I just feel like upsetting everyone. So that's the only reason I'm going to bring this up. So me and Alyssa are late to the party, and we started watching Breaking Bad. Okay,
I still haven't watched
For the
it.
first time?
Start for the first time. Never watched it
Wow.
before.
I have
either.
I've
All
never
right,
seen Breaking Bad
and
either.
at risk of knowing how bad this is going to get when I say it, we are on the season finale of season 4. So there's only one more season. At what point does Breaking Bad actually get good? Because it sucks. It's a horrible, horrible show. It's boring. It's slow. Walter
Thank
White
you.
is a sissy unless he becomes like this absolute, unless season, everybody keeps saying that, oh, just wait. Oh, just wait. There's only one season left. And I'm watching him cower and crouch down and whine and cry and beg for his life. He's not doing nothing. I don't see it. Like, I don't understand.
Well, I appreciate you because
What
I have been
I don't
thinking.
get it, and comment in the chat. Like if you experience the same thing, I don't understand. Dexter is a superior show
Yes,
in
Dexter
every
is
way,
awesome.
shape, form, or
Dexter
fashion.
is awesome.
Royce, you seem very upset. I'm just curious. Like I'm on the season finale of season 4. There's uno seasons left. So you mean to tell me that just in the last season they make all this drag for 4 seasons just finally worth it after 5 seasons?
You're gonna get hate mail now.
So question, I've never watched Breaking Bad
Me
either,
either.
but wasn't the spinoff Better Call Saul or whatever?
Yeah, which is also incredible.
Yeah. I watched a few of those. That guy
Royce
was funny.
is
That
so
guy,
pissed
that
right
show was
now.
pretty. That show was pretty good. I
Royce
watched like
is
4 or 5
so-
episodes of that. That was pretty
Listen,
funny.
man, I just watched Breaking Bad for the first time a couple of years ago, like last year actually. Okay, and I thought it was the coolest, most incredible
get into
because
it, bro.
it's like it's this whole
I've never
drug
seen it.
cartel thing. Like I just thought it was awesome. I don't know where you see that it's boring. It's intense.
I'm just saying the
like
chat.
It's stressful to watch.
The chat is agreeing more with me. I'd say it's 95 me. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. Dexter's so much better. I don't get it.
I've not
Dexter is a
seen
great
Dexter.
show.
I've not seen
Dexter
Dexter, so I
is a
can't
fantastic
compare.
show.
Dexter's,
But in my
Dexter's
opinion-
unbeatable.
Yep,
Yeah,
Dexter's
I
a
agree with
great
that.
show.
Dexter's awesome.
Yep.
Like Dexter
But
is
okay,
awesome.
but in popularity, Breaking Bad is like way more.
But I
popular.
don't understand it, and I agree with you. Like it is a claim to be. If you Google top TV shows of all time, in a lot of them, it's number 1. But it's always in the top 3. I don't understand it. It's truly lost on me. I don't understand why.
Royce, let me tell you why Breaking Bad is so much more popular than Dexter. Because so many people started making meth off of Breaking Bad.
That's why
there you go.
a bunch of drug addicts watch
There you
Dexter
go.
or Breaking Bad.
You can't watch Dexter and say, "Oh, I became a serial killer." So
I
Yeah,
wonder
that's
what
so-
the increase in meth production was during that time. What a great stamp on the world it
Well,
left.
let's be honest. Around here, Graham, it didn't change much.
Well, that's,
Where I'm at.
that's
it
true.
didn't change much.
There was a bunch of meth addicts who were just like, you mean I can do something with my life? Oh, that's so much better than what I was going to do. Anyway, all right, let's get into the actual show. I just wanted to see your reactions. If you think Breaking Bad's terrible, comment yes or no. Or if you think Dexter is better, comment
Dexter.
yes.
I've never seen Breaking Bad. I can already tell
Dexter
you Dexter's
is
better.
unbeatable. If
And
I could
Peaky
only take
Blinders is better than Breaking Bad. In my
Yes,
book.
Peaky
I've never
Blinders
seen
is
it.
awesome. If I could only take 3 shows on a desert island, The Office, Dexter, what else?
What about How I Met Your Mother? You talk about that.
Office, Dexter. I do like How I Met Your
I'd
Mother.
probably have to take the first 4 seasons of Supernatural.
Yeah,
I'd
that's
have
pretty
to.
good too. All right. Anyway, okay, let's move on to the first thing. Joy Reid is at it again with her poetry in motion here. Let's just. No, she doesn't have her Simple Jack wig on today, but she does have one eye that's
She
more
got
open
the
than
Simple
the
Jack
other.
look right now.
Let's play the clip. Here we go.
All of that happened this weekend. But please, privileged, rich, white elected Democrats, you just keep publicly defenestrating your party leader and president to feed the media thirst for Democrats in disarray stories because you're scared for your own seats and apparently don't know how to campaign on a surging economy, high-tech jobs, and $35 insulin. I mean, you're the most important thing here, right? You and your donors, of course, not the actual voters in your party base who can't afford to see prices double on everything they buy due to Trump's China tariffs and who would be the first ones fired from their federal civil service jobs under Project 2025 or shot in the streets by Trump's stormtroopers if they protest.
Stormtroopers,
The media is
nice.
super entertained, and that's what's important. And also, this is your brand, right? Remember after Democrats passed Obamacare? Obamacare's popular now, sure. Imagine being able to see a doctor or take your kid to the emergency room. But it wasn't always a slam dunk people pleaser. And it was actually quite toxic, with some Democrats running away from the president's signature health care reform law.
Lot to unpack there, folks.
Well, no, there's not a lot to unpack. She's an idiot.
idiot.
Like unpacked. Yeah, there you go.
Done.
Where are the cliff notes? Idiot. 5 separate pages. IDIOT.
Yep, there
Idiot.
you go.
Yes, I can spell. Ha! Some of you are always waiting when I do that. Watch him. He's going to get it wrong.
Where's Graham going with this?
All right, here we go right now. Here's another one. She's too dumb to talk about, and we vented too long. We got to move on to marriage equaling white supremacy. Yes. This is brought to us by Fox News. Apparently now marriage promotes white supremacy according to white university professor. Marriage fundamentalism, like structural racism, is a key structuring element of white what does that say? Patriarchal supremacy, the professor says. So now you are paying for your kids to go to college so they can learn that marriage, can we make that big so the whole world can see it? Marriage fundamentalism, like structural racism, is a key structuring element of white heteropatriarchal supremacy. What a mouthful of stupidism is what that is.
Yeah, you ain't lying. That's an oxymoron like military intelligence.
That is what we would call in Mississippi a falsitude. That's what we would call that.
That's a fact.
Falsitude. You can just throw all these words together. We'll take that to your bank.
And go to that
Falsitudinal
picture,
principles of white university professor. I even love how they don't acknowledge the professor's name.
Yeah.
It's just white university
and a
professor.
picture of her. Go to that picture of her, Royce.
Just go down.
Graham, that's the person that wrote you the email right there.
Yeah, she probably has not been married for a long time.
Yeah.
And or has had multiple husbands and now
Lot of
has
cats in her
multiple
future.
cats
Lot of
now
cats.
living with her that she pays more attention to than her poor husband.
Everybody who tells you don't get married has never been married. Everyone who tells you don't have kids has never had kids. I feel like that's what's happening here.
And everybody who
marriage is
tells
white
you you're a white
supremacy.
supremacist is white.
You're just jealous because you're not married or something, right? Why else would anybody say that? Marriage is like one of the most protected and like pure things there is.
It's because the whole attempt is to destroy the nuclear family. That's it.
Period.
Because, hey, look, check this out. Here's a word for you right here. I got to give a shout out to a pastor friend of mine, Micah. He said this: before there were governments, cities, institutions, parties, political parties, before there were churches, before there were anything, there were families. It was the absolute institutionalized thing that was the very beginning of everything, was family. And so if you destroy the family, you destroy everything else. And that's what we're seeing going on here. That is what is happening.
Do we know what college she or what college she teaches at?
Probably LSU, Loser State University.
Well, the reason why I ask is because you're gonna get whatever whatever you're listening to from whatever college you're going to. My daughter, I mean, I have 3 daughters that went to Christian colleges, and my youngest daughter, she's at Anderson University right now, and they preach a lot of family, God, and whatnot, and so the sanctity of marriage and whatnot. So if you go into a liberal college, obviously they're gonna try to teach you liberal stuff. So it's all about picking the right school for you and your family. So,
yeah, but it's kind of hard to pick which one's not liberal and which one's not.
I mean, you're pretty much
departments.
You're pretty much gonna know that you come to a college in the South. They're gonna be very conservative.
Ole
I mean,
Ole Miss,
Ole Miss,
yeah,
true.
Ole Miss, pretty bad now.
I am married. I don't have kids, but I feel like I don't want my kids learning family values from anybody else but me.
Well, that's the
truth,
truth,
right?
right?
Yep.
I don't want them to go to college and then learn family values from a professor who studied them. I want to be able to put that on my children and say, this is how you treat another person. This is how you do things. Right?
Well, that's where the education system has gone off the rails, is they honestly think it's their responsibility now to teach you about marriage and to teach your kids about sex, whether it's hetero or homo. I'm sorry. That's where we've missed the boat.
And
here.
again, I don't know. Like I said, I've had 2 daughters that have got their degrees from colleges, and I remember one of my daughters, or maybe both, they took a class in in Oregon, and they were trying to teach something that went against their beliefs. So they dropped the class. They literally told the professor, "I don't agree with what you're saying," and they dropped the class. So it's as easy as that.
Yeah,
So you
that's
just,
a fact.
it's whatever you want.
Was it? Did they take that Taylor Swift course in school?
They weren't teaching that yet.
That's
They
a
weren't
thing,
teaching that yet.
apparently.
Yeah, they're now offering. Pretty soon you'll
Tay-Tay classes.
you'll have doctorate degrees of the life of Taylor Swift.
And Tay-Tay.
And again, education in and of itself is nothing more than the transference of ideas. That's it. That's what education is. Period. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It is the transference of ideas outside of basic principles like 1 + 1 = 2. Anything else, anything that you're learning about psychology or social work or sociology,
It's in the eye of the
communication, whatever,
beholder.
it is a transference of ideas. Therefore, has an inherent bias attached to it. So you either agree with the bias or you disagree with the bias. The problem is now in American institutionalized education systems, you are now punished for disagreeing with the bias that's being transferred onto you in universities.
Yeah,
it used to be welcomed to challenge the professors,
Facts,
and now
facts.
it is punished to do so.
It's really
Dang, I don't know where
sad.
that came from,
Well,
but that just boom.
It's really sad because I remember, dude, I remember when me and you were recruiters, and dude, we used to just harp on these high school kids of the importance of going to college. Just harp on it. This was years ago. And now I'm like, dude, if you're not going to be a doctor, a lawyer, or a professional, there's no need. Like that business degree, that marketing degree, it ain't worth the paper it's printed on. You're better off now going and getting a trade in today's America than anything else.
Well, and I think it's also a
ridiculous.
lot of people just don't trust what people are being taught in college universities now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if I get a communications major out of a D1 university, they ain't working here. Like,
Yeah,
because I would say 9 times out of 10, they're liberals and anti-God, anti-marriage, anti-family. No, you ain't working here.
Yes.
I'll say it right now for the world to see. This is not an equal opportunities employment job here. Like, no, absolutely not. You don't love God. You don't love family. Get out. Anyway, we got to move on. All right. Trump released his 2024 GOP agenda. We're going to read
Do you
through
want to
this.
do the next ad first?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do the next ad first. Ladies and gentlemen, we all know the bird flu is coming. COVID apparently is still around. The first gentleman got COVID. I would rather die than
vaccine
be
and
called the first
boosted
gentleman.
3 times.
Anyway, but it's all a part of going after the food supply. So I need you to go check out my friends at backyardbutchers.com/Graham. We really need to find that viral video of them showing the grocery store meat versus the from a ranch or from a farm meat and the difference in the colors and everything like that. I mean, it's actually really scary. So you need to go get actual in America, like grown, fed, slaughtered right here in America. They got a bunch of different boxes you can choose from: the steakhouse, the farmhouse, the backyard. Stop eating that China, Australia meat. And just, go American, because you can never lose when you do that. Go to backyardbutchers.com/Graham. Promo code Graham is going to save you some money. Go to backyardbutchers.com/Graham. Promo code Graham right now. All right, get into Trump's agenda here. This is the point where we remind you to hit that like button, hit that share button, because we are not going to sugarcoat this stuff. We're going to go through his agenda points. And we're going to discuss them. And, we're not going to pull any punches. We're going to read this stuff. And
Can you read that? Is that too small? Is that too small for
That's
you?
too small for me, Royce.
I think that's hilarious that you think it's not too small.
There you go. Now I
All
can
right,
see it.
here we go. All right, number 1 on the agenda is seal the border and stop the migrant invasion. Do you agree that this is the number 1 thing that we need to do? Comment in the chat, yes or no.
If you don't
Number
want to
2.
become France.
Number 2, you see it right now. Number 2, carry out the largest deportation operation in American history. Hallelujah, amen.
I'm gonna do
Get
the
them
claps
out of
for
here.
Every single point.
Number 3, end inflation and make America affordable again.
Amen.
Number 4, make America the dominant energy producer in the world by far. I'm just going to keep waiting on the applause here.
I feel like if I don't do the applause, it's like... It's
All right.
You're disagreeing with something.
Yeah.
If you agree with the points as we do it, keep commenting yes in the comment section. Number 5, stop outsourcing and turn the United States into a manufacturing superpower. Bring jobs here to America. Absolutely. Number 6, large tax cuts for workers and no tax on tips. I'm going to start getting all the people that sponsor us. Be like, can you just like call this "You're tipping me"? Can we do that? Can it just be called a tip? All right, number 7: defend our Constitution, our Bill of Rights, and our fundamental freedoms, including freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and freedom the right to keep and bear arms. Number 8: prevent World War III. That's a big one. I don't know if it should be 8, but it's on there. Oh my goodness. Restore peace in Europe and in the Middle East and build a great Iron Dome missile defense shield over our entire country, all made in America. I feel like I'm giving a speech to a crowd right now. All right. Number 9, end the weaponization of government against the American people. Here, abolish the IRS. Number 10, stop the migrant crime epidemic, demolish foreign drug cartels, crush gang violence, and lock up violent offenders. I feel like Dwight Schrute. All right, anyway. Number 11.
Sound more like Alex Jones.
Number 11, rebuild our cities, including Washington, D.C., making them safe, clean, and beautiful again.
That was good.
Number 12, strengthen and modernize our military, making it without question the strongest and most powerful military in the world. Number 13, keep the U.S. dollar the world's reserve currency. Ladies and gentlemen, I am telling you, even Donald Trump is noticing. I'm telling you, don't text Graham to 989898 if you want to, but even President Trump is like, they're going after our dollar. Graham's crazy, right? Graham's crazy, but there it is right there. Okay, either way. Number 14, fight for and protect Social Security and Medicare with no cuts, including changes to the retirement age. I wonder if that means upping the retirement age. Number 15, cancel the electronic vehicle mandate and cut costly and burdensome regulations. Get them mandated electric vehicles out of here. Number 16, cut federal funding for any school pushing critical race theory, radical gender ideology, and other inappropriate racial, sexual, or political content on our children. That's a double clap. That's a double clap. Here, all day. Bravo, 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 bravo. All right, number 17, keep men out of women's sports and send them back to the suck train where they belong.
Suck train.
Because they suck in men's sports. So they're all right. Get your mind out of the gutter, Tony. All right, number 18, deport pro-Hamas radicals and make our college campuses safe and patriotic again. Number 19, secure our elections, including same-day voting, voter identification, paper ballots, and proof of citizenship. Number 20, unite our country by bringing it to new and record levels of success. Isn't there more, or is that it?
No, that's it.
Oh, okay, I thought there was another page. All right, so those are the agendas of the 2024
Agenda
GOP
47.
Agenda 47, and the GOP has officially announced that they have adopted this agenda moving forward.
We could probably spend a whole show on each one of those.
We could spend a week.
I don't know how you can disagree with any of that.
Well, the only thing I disagree with is trying to stabilize the Middle East. That's never going to happen. Ever.
Well,
and that's literally that's a little bitty thing.
Yeah, but wanting to, I don't think that's a bad thing to want to do. You know, it's like I want to end all crime.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, it's never going to happen, but I don't think it's a bad.
I would have added getting rid of the 3-letter agencies in the country.
I would have named them by name. I would have added point number 1B. Abolish the IRS, the FBI, the CIA, the DOJ, the WHO, all of them. Get rid of all of them, burn it all down, and build it back up again. All right. Let's keep moving on here. All right, let's go to we got time. All right, let's go to this Trump Project 25. So, admittedly, I was a little naive to this, and then Donald Trump has come out and said that he has no official association with these people or anything like this. But apparently, the word on the street is Project 2025 is the making sure that like radical Trump MAGA people are in the administration and things like that when President Trump wins the election, right? Am I understanding that
You're
correctly?
somewhat right.
Okay,
you're a little right.
well, help me because
All
I'm
right,
not.
so Project 2025 was written by like a libertarian large organization. There's a lot of details in it. It's like 800 pages of stuff. But it's basically what you said, Graham, but it's also using the government against liberals, taking away reproductive freedoms, installing a federal abortion ban. I mean, some of the points in Project 2025 are actually good, like, recognizing the family as the number one thing. But there's some serious radical right stuff in there as well, like a lot of radical points. But at the BET Awards, that actor was talking about, like, Project 2025. Like, that's a real thing. Y'all need to look it up, blah, 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 blah. But, yeah, Trump's not associated with there. See, there it is. It's 920 pages. But Trump has no association with this because he has Agenda 47. But that's what the Dems are doing right now. They're saying, read this, boo, 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 boo. He's talking about terminating the Constitution, consolidates total power and dictatorship into the presidency. It's crazy. Like, it really is crazy.
Look at that. It's literally right there.
Yeah, see, there it is, right there.
Constitution.
There it is.
Well, there
It's
you go.
insanity.
And so anyway, this is Biden doing a post on this stuff right here, talking about. Yeah, I mean,
He has a website now. Like, there's
yeah.
a
So
project.
let's go to the website. Click on the website. Let's find out what the website is.
What is this?
Oh, this is the website.
That's
oh,
it.
so it's just this. Oh, so
well, that's-
okay.
well,
there's
So it's a
like-
landing page. It's not really a website, is it?
Yeah.
Paid for by Biden.
And
That's a good one.
I read something last night too that they use the same format that Trump has on his page.
Yes,
That
yeah.
when you clicked on it, it landed on this page over here. So it was misleading to the conservative people that they would land on this page over here. So
Yeah.
it's
Well, the scary part
sneaky
is
stuff.
people believe this crap. You
Yep.
know, I mean, people will read that he's going to abolish the Constitution and go, "Oh no." People are stupid.
Oh no! Yeah. Anyway. Okay. All right. Moving on. We got other things to talk about here. All right. Let's see here. This is okay. Let's move into CNN attacking Trump. Let's do that. So this is, everybody knows that this attack against the president has started happening. The president has become defiant, and we're going to move into that. If I don't die first. There we go. Let's play this clip. Let's see what this has to say, and then let's move on.
Before the president did that, he called into a couple of black radio stations where he said, among other things,
Can we pause?
this.
Donald Trump got in trouble for saying black jobs. And everybody got like just upset. And now Biden later on is going to talk about the black vote. And then this dude's just talking about black radio stations. Why is every other version of black something okay except the words black job? Why is that? Anyway, look at this white dude that just said it. This is a whitey white dude. This is a Birkenstocks and socks type white dude. You know what I'm saying?
real.
This is
For
a
real.
tan line at his mid-calf white dude. This is a guy who wears a full-blown collar plus knee-high shorts and penny loafers to mow the grass white dude. This is a whitey white, as we would call him. All right, play it.
By the way, I'm proud to be, as I said, the first vice president, first black woman, served with a black president. I'm proud to have all the first black woman in the Supreme Court. There's just so much that we can do because together there's nothing. Look, this is the United States of America.
Thanks for clearing that up.
He's proud to be the first black woman. And even then, we later found out, from the radio host, that the Biden campaign had given her a list of questions to ask President Biden. That is a huge no-no in journalism, and the host was fired for it, but it remains quite telling that in the Biden campaign's efforts to show that the president has not missed a step, his campaign felt the need to feed questions to the hosts for a call-in radio interview. And the president still, even then, failed to deliver in many of his answers.
Yeah, he did.
So the all-out attack is on. And then we talked yesterday about the Parkinson stuff, and we talked everything about that. But let's get into KJP, the worst, I thought Raggedy Ann or Chucky's, Chucky's questionable lifestyle aunt was the worst, but KJP is by far the worst. This is her. Just play it. It's bad.
We provide to all of you.
That's a very basic, direct question.
Wait. Hold on. Wait
House
a second.
Eight times, or at least once, in regards to the president specifically.
Hold on a second.
That much you should be able to answer by this point.
Wait, no. No, wait a minute. Ed, please.
Ed,
a little respect
please.
here, please. So every year, around the president's physical examination, he sees a neurologist. That's 3 times, right? So
Three
I'm
times.
telling you that he has seen a neurologist 3 times while he has been in this presidency. That's what I'm saying. I am telling you that he has seen them 3 times.
But what's the
That is
results?
what I'm sharing with you, right? Every time he has a physical, he has had to see a neurologist. So that is answering that question. No, it is. It is. You're
Dr.
asking me.
Kevin Kennard, come to the White House
But I
specifically
also
about the
said to you,
condition.
Ed, I also said to you, for security
they're
reasons,
firing
we
on her
cannot
right
share
now.
names.
All right, pause.
We cannot-
So here's what you're seeing is you are now seeing the media that is now attacking the Democrat-run administration. Now you're used to seeing this. This reminds you of White House press secretary events during the Trump administration.
Yeah, Sarah
They would
Sanders.
hit Sarah Sanders and
Hard,
Kayleigh McEnany
Kayleigh.
hard all day, every day. KJP is not used to this. And so, again, I'm telling you, this is why I still stand, and I know that Biden says he's in, and we're going to get into all that here in just a minute. I'm telling you, he's on a ticking clock right now. Even Bongino yesterday said the same thing. Will Biden survive this week? Kind of thing. So I ain't the only one, all right? The button's already been pushed. It is only a matter of time and when. And we're going to get into that in a minute. But we just wanted to show you that. But let's talk about this letter. So yesterday, we'll show you this. Don't worry. We're not going to try to Mississippi read this novel.
You can read it just like that, right?
Yeah, of course I can. That Joe Biden obviously did not write. Okay, photo was leaked.
No way.
A photo was leaked of Joe Biden's speech writing team, and it was KJP and a bunch of 22, 23-year-olds. Okay, so Joe, and this is another thing. Everybody's like, Joe Biden says he's staying in, da. Joe Biden's just repeating what his handlers are telling him to say. Joe Biden didn't write this. Joe Biden didn't tell them Joe Biden didn't audibly say things and tell them to scribe this down, scribe for me, and then send this to the Congress. No, this is damage control. This is what they're supposed to be doing, a unified front. Okay, but I think Jesse Waters does a better job of summarizing this. This is a shot across the bow. This is a threat to the Democrat Party. And then after Jesse Waters, we even have Biden literally threatening the Democrats. Play this.
This guy has the entire Democratic Party held hostage. He wakes up this morning, sends them a ransom letter, and says, you better stick with me and nobody gets hurt.
That's true.
And everyone's like, wait a second, if we stick with you, we all get hurt. and then he's blaming the elites. The elites is why he's in the White House to begin with. Joe Biden would be nowhere without the elites, without the CIA, the donors, the media. They put him in there. And they can take him out right now, and you can already see they're trying to take him out. He's like a puppet with no strings, thinks he can dance. All of a sudden, you find out the Parkinson doc lives at the White House. Oh, where'd that come from? He has no cards for everything. They tell him where to stand. They're probably going to find his fingerprints on the cocaine if he stays one more week. I'd be watching out for sandbags everywhere. I'd be worrying about the teleprompter breaking all of a sudden. Oops, sorry about that, Joe. They have so much dirt on this guy. They know everything about his dirty son. They're probably negotiating a golden parachute because let's be honest.
Yes.
No way Joe Biden's making money on the lecture circuit after this. There's
No.
no way Joe Biden's writing a book and selling it on cable TV.
Reverse mortgages.
Reverse mortgages.
Oh, that's a good one.
We're in deep trouble. I don't know.
I
think,
agree
it's
with that
Biden.
100%.
That's what
Pause.
this-
That was, in my opinion, this was as Jesse said, this is a ransom note hey, yo, I ain't going nowhere. Publicly, you say it like this. And the reason you do it publicly, this is politics. Okay, politics doesn't operate the way that me and you operate. Okay, you send that publicly, and then behind closed doors, it's like, you see this? Now everybody out there knows I'm in. So if you want me out, what do I get? What do I get? What does my family get? But let's hold on before we get into that. Biden even goes further, and this is a phone call. Biden called in, and listen to what Biden has to say. One, he talks about the black vote, which I don't know why people don't get offended by that. Why is it a black vote? Why is it not just an American vote? People got upset about the black job comment. Why is it a black job, not an American job? RG3, who is turning into my most hated person in sports, is the most race-baiting human being I've ever seen. You're married to a white woman. Shut your stupid mouth, dude. Shut up. Shut up. He's like, just reporting for my black job. Okay, shut up. You got no problem with Biden saying your black vote. Be quiet. Play the clip.
The American public is not going to move away from me as an average voter. And again, I'm here for two reasons, pal. One, to rebuild the economy for hardworking middle-class people, give everybody a shot. Just a straight shot. Everybody gets a fair chance, number one. Number two, remember all this talk about how I don't have the black support? Come on, give me a break. Come with me. Watch. I'm getting so frustrated by the elites. Now, I'm not talking about you guys, but about the elites in the party who they know so much more. But if any of these guys don't think I should run against me, go ahead, announce for president. Challenge me at the convention.
Boom. So there it is. Look, hold on. Well, first of all, can you play that first part really quick?
Is not going to move away
No,
from
I
me
thought at the beginning.
The American public is not going to move away from me as an average voter. And again, I'm here for two reasons, pal. One,
Kyle. Who's Kyle?
He said pal.
Did he say pal?
Pal.
Or
I'm
Kyle?
here for two reasons,
is
pal.
not going to move away from me as an average voter. And again, I'm here for two reasons, pal. One,
okay, pal. All right. I was going to say, his name's not Kyle. All right. Anyway. Okay. So, one, that's Joe Biden sending an opening threat to the Democrat Party. You got a problem with me? Challenge me at the convention. So, Biden de facto is acknowledging someone can challenge him at the convention. Okay? If you are planning to get rid of Biden, okay, an open challenge at the convention is just that. It's an open challenge. I openly challenge. And then the delegates have to choose whether they're going to stick with Biden or if they're going to go somewhere else. Okay, so what is happening right now? Let's go to Vivek's tweet. I think Vivek nails it. Okay, this is what's going on right now. Okay, right here, Biden's done. Okay, which I agree. He is finished. The public theatrics are really just part of the negotiation for what his, quote, exit package will be. At this point, it's just a question of price, metaphorically, if not literally. I 100% believe this to be true, that Biden is not going to be on the ballot. This is political posturing, if it were, because he wants to make sure that him and his family, especially his crack-headed son, are going to be taken care of when it's all said and done. And it's all in the little things. Hey, you think I'm not supposed to be here? Challenge me. Challenge me. He's openly admitting to, hey, you can challenge me. And that, the delegates can be shifted around. My prediction of this week may not come to pass, but I'm still sticking with it that he will not be on the ballot in November. And I'm still sticking with it that we still got a long time for this week. And then we've also got this weird clip of is this Senator Manchin? Who is this?
Yeah.
That says, wait till this weekend. Play this.
But are you personally confident that he has what it takes to not only continue this election, but then to serve for another 4 years?
Well, I think that if you just wait until this weekend, there'll be more comes out. I believe that we'll be able to have a better, clearer view of what's happening.
It is weird.
Health and well-being. I think this should be everyone's first and foremost concern.
What does that mean? Go back. Play that again because it's kind of low. Play it again. That's weird.
That is really weird.
What happens this weekend?
Personally confident that he has what it takes to not only continue this election, but then to serve for another 4 years.
Well, I think that if you just wait until this weekend, there'll be more comes out. I believe that we'll be able to have a
Pause.
clear view.
Did he just say if you just wait till this weekend,
Yeah.
maybe more comes out?
That's exactly what he said.
That's what he said.
Is that not weird to anybody else? Like, why are we the only ones finding these clips and like, whoa, what is that supposed to mean? Well, you know, I mean, I think if we just wait to see what happens this weekend and if other things come out. What?
This is the perfect scenario with Joe's health for him to have an accidental death or to pass peacefully in his sleep. It just seems like the left radicals over there are planning or have something up their sleeve, obviously. But I just think, I don't think that he survives probably the next 3-4 weeks or whatnot. I mean, he might not be out this week, but I don't think he survives. Literally, I don't think he survives the next 3-4 weeks.
All right, so keep that clip, but let's go to AOC. We've got AOC, right? Yeah. So now you're starting to see, and I want us to find Hakeem Jeffries' thing as well, because he made a statement while we play this, if we can, because AOC's just an idiot. We'll play her because she's a moron. But Hakeem Jeffries was very vague, and I found it more telling than not. But let's play her really quick while we look up Hakeem Jeffries' statement.
Has spoken to the president over the weekend. I have spoken with him extensively. He made clear then, and he has made clear since, that he is in this race. The matter is closed. He had reiterated that this morning. He has reiterated that to the public. Joe Biden is our nominee. He is not leaving this race. He is in this race, and I support him. Now, what I think is critically important right now is that we focus on what it takes to win in November, because he is running against Donald Trump, who is a man with 34 felony convictions that has committed 34 felony crimes, and not a single Republican has asked for Donald Trump to not be the nominee. I'm here to win on this democracy. I'm here to win in November. And what's critically important is what the president, I believe, that the president needs to do, and I have communicated this, what the president and the White House should do in order to make sure that we win in November. And that is making sure that we pivot and working and increasingly commit to the issues that are critically important to working people across this country. How are we going to expand Medicare? How are we going to expand Social Security? How are we going to provide relief to people's rent and mortgages? And if we can do that and continue our work on student loans, secure a ceasefire, and bring those dollars back into investing in public policy, then that's how we win in November. That's what I'm committed to.
All right,
and that's
so
what I want to make sure that we
that's what she's committed to. That's what she wants to make sure. So they have to say the first part first, because here's what. Let's play Hakeem Jeffries. Did you find it?
I'm still looking now.
Hang on. All right.
So I have a question while you guys are looking here. Do you think that the Democratic Party is fractured and there's two parties within the party? The party that wants to keep Joe Biden in and the other party that's trying to get him out? Because, I mean, either she's a great actress in saying what people want to hear or that she needs to say, but it sounds like she's in it with him. Like she
No. I don't. Well, yes, there's two. Why does Biden keep? I just sent it in the chat, Royce. Pull it up. Why does Biden keep referring to the elites now? So now Biden, remember, the Democrats have been saying that Republicans are crazy for saying that there's elites. So now Biden's like, I'm so tired of the elites in the Democrat Party telling me what I can and I cannot do. Let's play what Hakeem Jeffries says, and then I'll tell you my answer. Yes, there are two parties within the Democrat Party. Let's play this.
You support Joe Biden staying as your Democratic nominee?
Yes, I made clear the day after the debate publicly that I support President Joe Biden and the Democratic ticket. My position has not changed.
All right, pause. Okay, so I made clear after the debate I support Joe Biden, but then all of them add a little contingent and the Democratic ticket. Like those little nuggets to me is more telling than anything else. AOC said the same thing. Joe Biden says he's staying in the race. Joe Biden says he's doing this, blah, 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 blah. The matter's done. My focus is on how do we win in November. See, that's the caveat. That's the pivot. Okay, so here's what's going on. Barack, the Clintons, Pelosi, and Schumer have gotten a hold of all of the prominent Dems and said, hey, what we can't have is this obvious breaking apart of the Democrat Party in front of everybody. We're going to handle this Biden situation, and it ain't going to be Biden. But we all got to show a unified front right now. Biden will step down under his own volition. We're working on it. But until then, we have to appear unified. Until then. That's what's going on right now. Is the actual bosses, which is the Obamas, the Clintons, the Schumers, and the Pelosi's, have gotten a hold of everybody and said, hey, we're working on it. We're dealing with it. Shut up and say that you support everything that the Democrat Party is doing. Joe Biden's going to got dealt with. Like that is what's going on. The only thing that's happening right now, you've got his convicted son, crackhead Hunter Biden, now attending White House press briefings.
Staying at the White House.
Staying at the White House and all this stuff. Why? It's not because he's trying to help his dad. No. It's because part of the negotiations for his dad to get out is protect his son. That's why he's there. He is there for that reason and that purpose solely. That's why he's there. Jill Biden is fundraising for Joe Biden. Now all of a sudden the vice president is attending all of these meetings all of a sudden again. This dude is gone. The dude is gone. The dude is gone. The dude is gone. The dude is gone. I think it's just a matter of, as Vivek said, what's the price? What's the exit package? What's the severance package for old Joe before he says, and literally that they're going to do it and act like we're so stupid. They're going to be like, a doctor's finally going to reveal to them that something's wrong with Joe. Mm-hmm. And so he's going to, because he knows, and this is how he'll say it, I know I can beat Donald Trump, but I don't know if I can serve 4 more years. That's exactly how he's going to say it. I know that I can beat Donald Trump, but because of my health and because of what the doctors have informed me, I'm not sure that I can fulfill the roles of the President of the United States for 4 more years. And then somebody else is going to come in because then it becomes an open thing across the board. Those are my predictions. Let me know what you think. Todd, what do you think?
This is a circus is what it is. I mean, I'm not going to say I do think Biden is genuine when he says he doesn't want to walk away. I do think that phone call was genuine. I think he believes with all heart. And honestly, I think the only way the Democrats are going to be able to get rid of him is they're going to have to flip it on him. Kamala's going to have to invoke the 25th Amendment, and then they're going to have to bring out all the Parkinson's documents, all the information about Parkinson's. And the only way they win this, because in order to seal the 25th Amendment, they need 2/3 from both the House and the Senate. And in order to get that, they're going to have to flip it on the Republicans and say, well, this is going to be y'all's fault because if you don't vote for this, then we're going to have a Parkinson's patient as president if he wins, and it's going to be your fault because you refused to vote.
And that's what we talked about yesterday. It becomes the honest conversation of party lines aside.
Yeah.
We know. Here's the thing, and again, because it affects all of us, we know he's not well. You know what I mean? Like we know this.
Yeah.
And Joe Biden, even if he loses, when he loses in November, he's still in power till January.
That's a fact.
A lot can happen between now and January, and so I just think it's a matter of national security. But I want to talk about this interesting stuff with Kristi Noem. Let's go ahead. This is where we remind you to hit that like button, hit that share button, and comment in the chat right now. Do you think Kristi Noem is the VP choice? Why do we bring that up? Well, yesterday we started seeing reports that all of Kristi Noem's government accounts, her personal accounts are still up. All of her government accounts have just disappeared off of all of social media. Governor Kristi Noem, it is no longer there. Okay? Now, again, I'm going to repeat it one time and one time only. I swear, if anybody in the chat says, I see her page, it's right here. You're looking at her personal account. If it's a blue check mark, it's her personal account. her government accounts. All government officials have 2. They all got 2. Her government account is gone. Okay? I want to pull up the Fox News article because this is the thing that is interesting to me. All right, we need to scroll down. Go. Get to where they reached out. There it was right there. Nope, up just a little bit, up. Okay, so her office declined to answer Fox News as to why the governor's accounts were deleted. But they did put this out. For official updates from the governor's office, including press releases, follow at Governor Noem office on X. Noem's spokesman, Ian Fury, told the outlet last week. All right, the office of the Governor Noem was created this month, according to the account, and shows a handful of posts linking to press releases from the governor's office. The account began posting press releases on July 3rd, one day before Kristi Noem's official government accounts went dark. So let's open up the discussion and the debate right now. Why would something like this happen? Okay, if it was a mess up, then the governor's office would be making all kinds of things. Hey, we are contacting everybody. We don't understand this attack against, our freedom of speech, blah, 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 right? I mean, I think we can all agree on that, correct?
Correct, yep.
Like if it was a mistake and like their accounts were deleted, like her team would be making statements, right? She would be making a statement, correct? I mean, do we all agree on that?
That makes sense.
Yep.
Makes
okay.
sense.
So the fact that they're not, the fact that they create a Office of Governor Noem account to report press releases, the fact that hers are now deleted, it makes me think VP. It makes me think that because why be so quiet about it? Why create a Office of Governor Noem account? Why do that? Why? So it literally is one of 2 things at this point, because no statement has come out saying that it is a mistake. And for those of you going, okay, all right, riddle me this. How normal is it that government officials get their accounts just deleted and they're just tired of posting on them? And so they just delete them. They're not allowed to delete them. Like, that's not how that works. They're archived, right? So one of 2 things. Either A, she's fixing to resign as governor in disgrace because something horrible has happened that has not come out yet, or B, she's getting ready to resign the governorship to run as the VP on the ticket. I don't see how it can be anything else other than those 2 things. Yeah, look, there it is. Office of Governor Noem.
And she is nowhere in that. Oh, there she goes.
Well, this is an article.
Yeah,
These are articles.
Links.
Yeah. So in other words, she's no longer posting as the governor on her government account because that account is gone. This is all from the Office of Governor Noem because right now there is not another governor of South Dakota. I'm open to the chat for what you guys think, and I'm open for what you guys think in here. What do you think this means? Do you think it's anything other than the 2 things I mentioned? Either A, it's something so bad that she is fixing to resign governorship, or B, she's fixing to resign governorship and hand over the duties to the lieutenant governor because she's getting ready to run on Trump's ticket as the VP.
Todd?
Oh, man. That's a stretch. But I mean, at this point in this election season, hang on. At this point, everything's a stretch. Everything is. Like we don't have a freaking clue what's gonna happen next week, but let alone in the next 2 months.
Amen to that.
I mean, I'm just being real. Now it's not the woman I want, but he needs a woman, and I would say behind Sarah, she would be my second pick for female. Because I don't care what. Listen, we say this all the time, and we're not talking about y'all when we say this. He needs a female. He needs a female. The only thing that scares me about Noem is, are those suburban housewives where Trump is sucking gonna forgive her for shooting a dog? I mean, because they're that stupid.
Somebody just said, I'm a suburban mom and have no issues with that Noem did with the dog. Could not care less.
We're not talking about you. We're not talking about you. We're talking about the liberal stay-at-home moms that, oh my God, she shot a puppy. So, I mean, I'm just saying. I don't know, man.
I hear you.
I
Well,
don't know.
let me remind you guys of when stupid Ron DeSantis was running.
That's my governor.
It was stupid, and I told his entire
It was
team.
stupid. It was
I told his entire team. I told them. I told all of them. You are morons.
Great governor, sucky candidate.
Ruined his political career. He'll be governor, and that's it for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
If he doesn't get challenged by Byron Donalds or Matt Gaetz. Either way, because his election happens in 2026. Okay, so he better hope and pray that he really smoothed it over with Donald Trump. Either way. Ron DeSantis got the Constitution of Florida changed to allow him to run for president without having to let go of the governorship. Mm-hmm. Remember, and we talked about it then. You don't do that unless you're not sure you're gonna win, right? Remember when we did that? Remember when we said those things? Okay, so if Ron DeSantis had to do that in Florida. Because he's like, hey, I'm going to run for president, but I don't want to lose my governor spot if I don't win this thing. Okay, but now because what that means is you got to give it up if you're going to run for president or vice president. You got to give it up. Mike Pence was the governor of Indiana, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so Trump's got a history of picking governors. Mm-hmm. All right, and now you got a governor who was at least in the top 10 list for VP short picks, and now all of a sudden, all her government accounts are gone. Not she's off. No, they're gone. And the office isn't saying that it's a mistake. In fact, they're acknowledging that it is, in fact, real and on purpose. There's only two reasons. A, there is a huge scandal that's fixing to pop up that we don't know anything about.
Which is possible. I mean,
which she's already had the Corey Lewandowski thing, which nobody cares. Look, man, at the end of the day, I'm a Christian. I am. But no one cares that you had an affair with a political president. They just don't. They just don't care. I mean, that is the majority of the American public. They don't care. I don't agree with it, but they don't care. Also, she's denied those rumors, but either way. She had the killing the dog in the book thing. I could care less. I got no problems with it whatsoever. So I highly doubt she's resigning her governorship over the dog in the book thing. So what could it be other than those two things? And comment in the chat below, other than the two things that I just mentioned. I see you saying who you want for VP. What could it be other than those two things?
Hey, question. Was she at the debate?
I don't know.
Because
didn't
Trump say the pick was going to be at the debate?
That's what he said.
I know. That's why I'm telling you.
He also said 6 months ago that his pick was probably going to be from New York.
Yeah, a New Yorker.
And it ain't nobody from New York that he's talking to.
I think if it is Noem, I'm super excited for that because I like Todd was on the Sarah Sanders train there, and after she said no, or we think she said no, I think Noem is a great pick. I don't really care about that whole shooting the dog thing. I mean, obviously it was tragic.
It's a farm thing. It's not even tragic.
But I mean, people shoot foxes and coyotes all the time, and that's for eating
foxes and what?
Coyotes. And you know, it's one of those things that they're being aggressive and eating your animals. The puppy she shot was being aggressive towards people. So it's a farm thing.
It's a farm thing. It's a farm thing. It literally happens every day. I promise.
Yeah, but
it happens every day.
And I think we've seen, like Graham has said many a times, that Trump has a problem with suburban housewives, and I think Noem would at least put people at ease. It would definitely help. And I think it's great. I think it's great if she is. That's just my opinion.
I would be happy with it. Wouldn't be excited about it, if that makes sense.
I would be more excited for Noem than I would be just having.
Oh yeah, I'd rather have Noem's over Tulsi. I will say that. I'd rather have
true.
Noem's
Me too.
over
Yeah.
Tulsi.
Yep. Absolutely. Yep. How about you, Royce? What do you think?
I don't really know much about Kristi Noem, but I'm a young guy. I've only been in the political space for the last couple of terms, right? And this just feels like the most insane VP race that's ever happened. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. Not at all. This is
because obviously this is the most
insane.
intense presidential race ever. Okay, but the VP thing is like everybody's fighting to be Trump's VP, and if that doesn't state his popularity, then I don't know what else does. Right? Like, because I just don't think it's ever been this much of a fight. From what I understand, it's always just been like, oh, someone's chosen the VP, but like you've got Vivek and all these people who like want it. You know they want it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. When is the DNC?
August.
That's when you're gonna find out who the VP is.
No, no. You mean the RN?
No, I mean the DNC. I think Trump's holding on to that name. I think he's got.
Dude,
a list
he
about
literally
5.
he made the announcement that he will announce the VP by the 15th, I mean he has literally verbally stated on Sean Hannity last night that he will announce the VP. He wants to do it at the RNC, but probably on the 15th. That's different.
I believe it when I see it.
All right. Well, I'm just saying, Trump just bold-faced lying to people.
Well, he said the VP was from New York. I mean, he said he was from New York. He said he would be at the debate.
What he said then was the person he was considering at the time was from New York.
And he
That's
also
what he
said the person would be at the debate. So if it's Noem, then yeah, he lied.
How do we know that she wasn't there? Do we know for a fact she wasn't
hiding
there?
in the bathroom.
Yeah, didn't they also say they were going to let people know who the VP pick was during the debate?
Because Trump, no, he said that he's going to announce it before the RNC so they can hold a major fundraiser at the RNC. It's like $500,000 a table for the fundraiser they're planning. Jeez. Either way, look. Would it not be Trump to say, yeah, the VP pick's going to be at the debate, and they got Kristi Noem hanging out in the back with Laura Trump and Don Jr. and all them backstage where nobody sees her the whole time?
God, you really think nobody would have saw her? I mean, come on. I don't know. If he picks her, great. If he doesn't, great. I don't know at this point.
I think Vivek being in the spin room, I think that makes him not the VP pick.
Yeah, well, Ben Carson was at the debate too. And
yeah, but was he not also in the spin room?
Yeah.
Like taking interview requests and stuff like that. So again, I just all I'm saying is this. It ain't normal. Somebody put in the chat, well, she's probably just done with being the governor. It's hard to do that, work-life balance, thing like that. Yeah. I get it. People retire. It don't happen this way. Like it doesn't happen. You say, I'm retiring and I'm not running for re-election, and then an election happens. You don't delete your government accounts unless you are leaving immediately to start getting ready to campaign as a vice presidential pick. That's all I'm saying. And or you're resigning in disgrace effective immediately.
Yeah. I mean,
that's what I'm trying to say. Like give me an option that is another valid option other than those two.
Yeah. I agree with that.
I've never seen that before.
I think it's in his Trump's best interest to wait until he figures out what Biden's going to do. I think he's got a candidate. If Biden stays in the race, I think he's got a candidate for Kamala. I think he's got a candidate for Mike. I think he's got a candidate for Newsom. I think he's got a candidate picked for every single person that could possibly be out there, and he just needs to wait until that person is chosen, whoever that person is. I don't know.
Look, literally Mike Pence's old governor account is still on Twitter, and it says this is an archive of former Indiana Governor Mike Pence's account. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Something's weird. Something's weird. That's all I'm saying. Something's weird.
I don't know. Something
is weird. It ain't normal because they archive the accounts. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. Something's weird. Something's interesting. Unless they're trying to figure out on X and everything how to convert her page to vice presidential candidate. Like with X's new rules with the gray check mark, does the page have to come down while they rearrange it to make it a vice presidential, nominee, Kristi Noem with the gray check mark? Because you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know with the new rules. Mike Pence had a Twitter account back in the old days,
Yeah.
So I don't know. What I'm saying it's weird.
This says this account doesn't exist. It's just gone.
Yeah, not
It's not
suspended, not paused.
Exactly.
True.
Gone.
Which
Doesn't
makes me think they're working on changing it in the background. That's what that's what I'm saying. That they've made it inactive while they're doing something behind the scenes to potentially turn it into vice presidential candidate Kristi Noem potentially, because Elon Musk don't do this. Elon Musk would not allow the deletion of a gray check mark public official, not even a public figure, like a political official's account. Elon Musk would not let that happen.
So
It
Todd,
makes for good television, though.
Todd, right now, when you were saying it's in Trump's best interest to wait on the other side of that coin, though, just because Trump were to pick Noem, people that are on the fence or people that don't like Trump, they're not automatically going to say, "Oh, well, he picked Noem. I'm on the Trump train now." They have to work to get all those suburban housewives on the Trump bandwagon.
Oh, they do.
And if Noem hit the ground running, campaigning with him at the time, they might start, flipping people's votes over the suburban housewives to go on him. So
It's
the longer you
possible.
wait, the less amount of time they have to campaign together.
That is, and to flip that on you a little bit, I would think the majority, I would say probably 85 to 90% of America already know who they're voting for.
True. Very true.
So it's that 10, maybe 15% that's questions out there. And I think that's why he has to wait to caveat what you said just in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's got to wait to plan, like who he's going to choose to go against the candidate that the Democrats throw up. I mean, that's just where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, this is, in a nutshell, this is stupid. I mean, we've never seen anything like this. This is the most ridiculous election season, and I'll just be honest with all y'all, I can't wait till it's over. You've got a president in the office right now that don't know his butt from his elbow, probably has Parkinson's or Alzheimer's. We don't know who the vice president, the Trump's VP pick is, but he's got 34 felony counts at this point. This isn't just, it's complete and total insanity, and I can't wait till it's over with. Let's just get to November and move on.
Yeah, I mean, quite honestly, who he picks for VP doesn't affect my vote at all.
Oh, no, not at all.
Not at all. I mean, I don't even think I'd be upset.
No, this is just
There's nobody
talking.
that would
We're
make
just
me
having
upset.
a conversation.
Yeah, and what I meant was just, it's not for people like us. We already know we're voting for Trump. It's for the people that have a problem with him, that don't agree with the person he is, but they're not taking a look at his policies. That's the ridiculous part about it.
Do you guys remember when supposedly Trump asked RFK to be his VP? And he
Oh,
turned him down?
yeah.
Was that real? Did we ever find out if that was real?
No, the Trump campaign claims that was not real. RFK claims that it was. I'm just trying to see if there's any updates of people. Again, that's what's also interesting to me is how much of the mainstream media is not talking about this. Well, I mean, there's a couple of X users that are like, theories are swirling that she is the VP pick for 2024.
Mm-hmm. The only VP pick out there that I really, really like, but I hope he really, really doesn't choose, is Ben Carson. Like, I love the dude, but man, he's just
kind of a snoozer, man.
He's just too quiet, man.
Yeah.
I think he's too quiet. He's soft, and Trump needs a lion, man. Like, he needs somebody that's going to keep him in check, that's not afraid to tell him he's an idiot.
Well, he needs someone who can
Kristi
carry
Noem
on.
would slap.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I like Kristi Noem. Sarah would smack him. Noem would smack him. Vivek would probably. I mean, Vivek probably have to get on a ladder, but Vivek would smack him.
Anyway, it's up for debate. This is the end of the show. Make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to hit the follow button and comment in the comment section, not the chat. Who do you think Trump's VP pick is going to be? Do you think it's Kristi Noem? Do you think?
It's me.
Do you think that this is a sign that it's going to be her? It will be interesting. And again, the silence is deafening. And the more silent it is, the more and more and more people are going to believe that's who it is. Somebody put in here that the VP speaks on Wednesday of the RNC convention normally. So it'll be interesting to see if the announcement comes sooner rather than later. All right. Do we have any super questions today, Todd?
Yes, we do. All right, here we go from Kate Lang. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. Kate Lang 143. Mexican Tony, where did you get that dog plush behind you? I want one for myself. Trump 2024.
I got that from Graham's wife. She got that. I have no idea where she got it from. She gave it to me for Christmas as a joke, but I love it. It's
She
great.
looked up racistmexicangifts.com and
It
found
probably
it.
came from
Love this
Spencer's.
stage. It is awesome. It's one of my favorite things.
Lord have mercy. Same user. If everything is racist, then nothing is racist. If everything is transphobic, then nothing is transphobic. I'm so sick of this. Can we just get back to being normal? It won't happen. Wishful thinking. Yeah, it ain't gonna happen. We're so far down the rabbit hole right now. There's no going
never.
back. Sean CDL, 1979. Morning, gents. Todd Hub. God almighty. I predict Harris uses the 25th Amendment. Then, in the 3 months leading to the election, she closes the border. Mayorkas prosecutes Mayorkas, starts deporting, and then if she wins back to woke business. Yeah, that could happen. Yeah, you never know with these idiots. Jennifer Mitz, since Royce revealed himself, I'm even more convinced that Dear America has some kind of hot people only rule. LOL, including
Yeah, we
Alyssa
do.
and
Yeah, we do.
Wow, Royce, did you hear that?
Wow.
Only hot people, Royce.
Hey,
I'm married, y'all. Stop it.
hey,
Yeah.
can I point out that they usually just say hot people like when Noah and Royce are
Yeah,
here? I mean,
For a small fee,
Not the old guys.
we will release his address. For the small
Wow.
fee, we will let you know.
Math
that's
teacher
hilarious.
MC. Suburban moms where Trump is quite low will never forgive her for shooting the dog and goat. Yeah, that's what I said.
I don't think
I don't
people
think so
really
either.
care. The
Yeah,
people who had a problem with the dog were Democrats. I'm serious. Like, how many Republicans actually care? Other than Tommy Lahren. Tommy Lahren had a problem with it, but whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Like, I just, who cares?
I mean,
You're not going to vote for Donald Trump because Kristi Noem shot a dog?
honestly, I don't understand people. I mean, I have a dog. I've had my dog for 14 years. If she started getting super aggressive and trying to bite people, I would
Right.
put her down without.
Yeah.
Wouldn't think twice.
I love her, but I just
Hey, man.
Not gonna have it.
Whatever.
Not gonna have it.
Florida Bob. If Parkinson's is used, Team Biden can expose Obama's involvement in Joe's criminal acts and his secret lifestyle. Both sides are compromised. Joe Biden has leverage. There is no honor among thieves. Good point, Florida.
Well, that's what I said earlier. Who's got more dirt on who? Does Biden have more dirt on Obama, or does Obama have more dirt on Biden?
Yeah.
And
Tara-
honestly, I don't know if I believe that whole thing anymore. Even if it was true, as much as this pains me, this is 2024.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares if Obama has a homosexual,
Love
secret
partner.
life. Like
Nobody cares.
Like
He
nobody
would probably get more votes.
No
in today's
Democrats
generation.
care. No
Yeah.
Democrats care. Now,
Good
if
for
Donald
him.
Trump came out, he had a homosexual lifestyle,
No.
Republicans would care.
For sure.
Democrats don't care. So that whole thing like, oh, Biden's blackmailing Obama with this homosexual lifestyle, I don't think in 2024 that matters. 2008, maybe. 2024, no. Especially on the Democrat side.
I'm reading all these comments. The hot men of Rumble. It's hilarious. Tara
You're
Lorraine. DeSantis is
We do what we can, ladies. We do what we can.
Very well. Calendar incoming. DeSantis is termed out. He's not going to be able to run again.
Can you only run twice in Florida for governor?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
know
he's
that.
termed out.
Wow.
Oh, well,
Did not know that.
then he's out of a job.
Wow.
Yeah, for sure.
Otherwise, we'd still have Rick Scott.
He's out of a job.
Math teacher MC. Veep. Okay. Why not?
Oh,
Lieutenant
Veep is a
Governor-
show. Noah's obsessed with it. Dear
Oh, okay.
Lord.
Veep. Why not Lieutenant Governor Winsome Sears?
The heck
No.
is Veep?
I don't know. I'm too old for it. I know that. Golly, Kaloho, you're awesome. She's $50 just because. That's like the best comment of the day right there. Just because. All right, what's on YouTube, Royce?
We have a couple.
Kaloho, you're awesome, by the way.
Um,
There you go, Graham.
Yeah. Yes. Agenda 6. Just the.
Guys, I can't.
Look.
Yes.
This lady says that her handle is not perverted, and then she says stuff like that. I don't believe it 1 second.
That's awesome. That was great.
Unless that is just a bad name of an AC company.
She
I
is
don't
pretty
know.
clever, though. You got to give it to her.
All right, this is from C. Souter. My 10-year-old Daniel has started listening to you guys, so you can give him a shout out, please. What's up, Daniel?
Thank you, Daniel.
10-year-old with a good head on his shoulders.
Amen. We need more of you guys.
Shout out to you.
¿Qué pasa, Daniel?
Couple more.
And then there's that.
Yep.
There she is again.
If Biden stays in, I'm sorry. I will. I'll say I was wrong. I'm sticking with it. I do not see Biden on the ballot in November. I just don't, because they are actively forfeiting the race. And now the polls are showing a swing for the House and the Senate. So they're just if it was showing a hard swing that the Republicans were going to lose the House and the Senate, I could wrap my head around it. Okay, they're going to forfeit the presidency, but they've got the House and the Senate, so Trump can't do anything. Well, now it's showing the exact opposite, and it's looking like a clean sweep potential. I don't see it. I don't see it. So
FYI, Tony, they found your dog on eBay.
Hey,
there you go.
How much is it? How much did we spend on that? I'm curious. All right, let's see. This is from YouTube as well. NATO, then the big boy press with Biden and press.
Yeah, that's about this weekend. NATO's incoming.
Did you see the report that Biden canceled a meeting at the
he needed a
G7
nap.
summit because he needed a nap?
Yes.
I'm not kidding. That's a real
That's
report.
a real thing. I saw that
100%.
this
It was this morning. He canceled it with like the German chancellor, I don't know, or something. Like he needed a nap. So he canceled a meeting. Can you imagine? I'm going to cancel this show. I need a nap.
How quickly things change in politics. Remember, I mean, not a month ago, 2 months ago, we were talking about Trump. Trump's numbers are looking great. He might win the White House, but the House and the Senate, they're not going to be able to, they had it locked up.
I will say this. I will say this, because at this point, I don't care who's the Democratic nominee. I don't. I'm just too caring. But if Biden does stay in, then the Republicans are going to win it all. Like, they'll win all of it.
Which is why I don't see him staying on the ballot. That's why. Because of what you just said.
Yep, they will
all
win
the
it
signs are
all.
pointing to that if Biden stays in, they lose all of it. And so even
Stay
if they
in,
get
Joe.
somebody that can't win the presidency but can swing the House and the Senate back to make it competitive, I think they change him out. And so I do not see the political thought process behind Biden staying in on the ballot in November. I don't see it. So I do. I think, is that it? Is that all we got?
Drop him out and there'll be a statue of
This
him.
is the last one.
Deactivated. I do it on mine and reactivate 30 days. Again,
I got nothing.
the actual government accounts, that doesn't happen. That's what I'm trying. Her personal account, your personal account, verified or not, sure. Government officials, that's how they communicate with their constituents. Like they just can't deactivate the government accounts. Like you just can't do that. That's not normal. Okay. And so, if the president's account was deactivated, remember how big of a deal that was? Okay. Well, the governors are in charge of their entire states, and they're just choosing to deactivate it. No, it doesn't happen that way. I'm sorry. Something's up. She's either the VP or she's resigning from governor because something horrific has happened. Those are the only two answers, especially because her office has not said this is a huge mistake, something terrible's going on. We're
There's
working
the
to
third
fix it.
option. A
What?
staffer clicked the wrong button.
They would have said that.
Technical difficulties.
That's what they would have said that due to an issue within our administration. Something happened. We're working actively with X and all platforms to get them restored right now. They're not saying that. They're saying for future press releases, go to governor or go to Office of Governor Noem for press releases. That sounds like an archived name is what that sounds like to me.
Yep.
Maybe I'm about. No. I'll go ahead and say this. I'm 100% right. She's stepping down from governor. 100%.
Is this a grand prediction?
What else could it be? That they're creating
Can you bet on it with
office
MyBookie?
of governor. No, I wish I could.
Yeah,
I wish I
there you
could, but they're not. It currently is not bettable.
You need to start doing that, like on going MyBookie and betting on political
Why
stuff.
would you create a office of Governor Noem page and delete Governor Kristi Noem's official government account if she was going to continue to be the governor? So I think it's pretty safe to say that the evidence alludes to she ain't going to be the governor. I mean, I just think it's pretty safe to say it's either going to be in disgrace or
who knows?
I'll give you a third. There's either in disgrace, hopefully not, there's something medically wrong, or B or C, she's the VP.
Are you? This is a question from me now. Are you still holding to your prediction for Friday?
Yeah,
Biden's gonna
right
drop
now
out?
I'm not
You're
willing
holding
to. I'm rolling with that. Like I still think that by Friday, I mean, Manchin's thing. Let's see what happens this weekend. Makes me go, oh, maybe it's not going to drop out on Friday. But I'm still sticking with it right now.
Well,
it's Tuesday.
Well, I'm the opposite. I didn't agree with you when you said that he's not going to make it through the week, because I thought there was too much stuff happening. But after I saw that clip of wait till the weekend, I think he's alluding that if something does happen to Biden this Thursday or Friday, then they'll drop more information. The reason why he's gone is because all of his medical stuff came out,
Maybe.
or we got a report from his doctor or something.
Do you really think Joe Manchin knows anything though? Like, is he in the loop? I doubt it.
I don't know, but it's an odd statement.
Well, I don't think Joe Manchin was even talking about something that he knew. I think he just knew NATO leaders were coming into town, and you got the thing going on after that. I think he was just like, let's.
You're right. Let's see what happens this weekend because
And
of
then we'll
all
make
of
a
the
decision.
stuff. Does he embarrass? Does he
Yeah.
embarrass them anymore? Like kind of thing.
Yeah, good point.
We were told
Good
that
point.
the
Yep.
debate was going to be Biden's last chance to kind of redeem himself and prove that he's like capable to the
Yeah, but who
American
told
people.
us that?
The Democrats.
Yeah.
Right?
There you go.
Right? That's where we heard that. So
Yeah, they also say that a man can be a woman and a woman can be a man. So
they do say that.
yeah, I don't trust anything they say.
Anyway, all right. That's all we
My
got.
point is the NATO thing going to be a second chance for him? Because they should have pulled him out already if that was the plan.
No, I think that Vivek's got it right. I think they're negotiating right now. That's what I think. What's the severance package?
Well, you can't negotiate with a terrorist, so.
I think that is they're all yeah, they negotiate with all of them.
That's good, Todd. I like that.
All right, that's all we got for this show. Thank you guys so much for listening. Make sure to hit that like button, hit the share button wherever you're watching. We will see you guys again tomorrow. Same time, same place. Tony, say goodbye.
Hasta mañana, everybody.
All right, Royce, say goodbye.
Deuces. See you guys.
All right, Todd.
Later, guys.
All right, let's press the thing out. Dear Lord, we thank you for another day. I was very close to you yesterday on my flight through the hurricane. I appreciate you allowing me the opportunity to pray today. And thank you for waking us up this morning. We know that every day is not guaranteed. And Lord, as fun as it is to talk politics, we know people are dealing with real issues, anxiety, depression, fear, broken homes, broken marriages, and we know that you are the ultimate healer. Lord, but there may be people watching today that don't know you, or there may be people who have known you in the past, but they want to know you again. And so we hope they pray this prayer with us. Lord, we ask you to forgive us of our sins, both known and unknown. We ask you to make our heart new today and every day moving forward. We don't want you to just be the Savior of our life. We want you to be the Lord of our life. From this moment on, every step we take is in the footsteps that you've laid out for us. We thank you for your grace. We thank you for your mercy. We thank you for your love and sending your only son, Jesus, to die on the cross for us so we may spend eternity with you. From this moment forward, we are a new being, a new creation, created by you, through you, for you. We thank you for your love. We thank you for your mercy. And all God's people said,
Amen.
Amen.
And
Amen.
I'm Graham Allen. As always, stay awake, not woke, trust in God, not the government, and as always, stay free.
Yeah.